Respect. Genuine respect. Today I want to talk about how key, how crucial paying respect is to success in your process of meeting and connecting with great women. I mean showing respect to the lady. I mean showing respect to her family and friends. This is one of the most important episodes I have ever done, and we will dig in right after this quick message. Hi everyone, welcome to the Gentleman's Guide to Flirting. I am David, the author of the book of the same name, Gentleman's Guide to Flirting, available on Amazon.com. I am also your host and the exalted leader of the Gentleman's Guide to Flirting empire. You will be able to find this content on YouTube or wherever you get your favorite podcasts. Thank you for joining. Let's get started. Hello everyone. Welcome to episode 25 of the Gentleman's Guide to Flirting podcast. I am David, the author of the book. This week's episode on the vital subject of respect is another in our self-improvement series. The concept of respect is woven throughout the book, but I want you all to hear how I talk about respect out loud to help supplement the content in the book and to help drive my point home. Respect. Genuine, naturally flowing, heartfelt respect. I mean showing respect to the lady at all stages of the process. I mean showing respect to her family and friends always. And I mean respect for yourself. I don't mean faking respect. I mean making it second nature, something you naturally do. On this topic of respect, I want to touch on 3 areas. Number 1. Meeting women in groups. I don't prefer approaching women in groups and say so in the book, but a lot of times you will be in a social situation and find someone of possible interest who is in a group of people. Your first problem in this case is that you don't know her situation and you don't know who all those guys and girls in the group she is in are. That could be her dad, boyfriend, husband, or some other protective guy or lady friends there. Now, what does this have to do with respect? The right approach, no matter what, is to pay respect to all of them, not fake respect, real respect. And don't go straight for her, since you don't know her situation yet. The group she is in will know or quickly figure out if you are just chasing tail, and you might get quickly and forcefully ran off by a husband, boyfriend, dad, brother, or protective friends. However, if you are friendly to everyone and respectful to everyone like a normal human, your reception is more likely to be good. Going like a shark or wolf directly at her, you may not like what happens at all if the social circle decides they need to close ranks around her and expel you. It is better to approach that group with respect and talk to everyone in a light and friendly way as you work toward figuring out if she is available at all and if she is someone you might be interested in. Again, I don't prefer working through groups because it takes so much more time and is far less efficient. But if someone great just happens to be in a group, in a social setting you find yourself in, you might decide to not let the opportunity pass you by. This mindset of respect is the right one to have in all such cases. Number 2, respect for her. The 10 rules in the book call for and require respect of her, and I don't think that comes as any surprise to any of you, but I need to bring it up. Let me give you a real-world example. As my female friends have found out over the years that I was writing this book, they have told me lots of stories about their experiences. One told me that it is very common for guys in social situations to say things to her like, "Hey, bring those tits over here." She told me that when she is by herself, she can't walk from the front door of a club to the bar, which may be 20, 30, 40 feet away, without at least one hand landing on her backside. I am sure your female friends have a lot of similar stories. Try asking them. For the guys doing stuff like that, I seriously doubt that approach works very often. In fact, it is a quick way to end up in a bar fight or worse. There are far better and more effective ways to get a woman's attention, and the book is stuffed full of practical examples. Basically, be careful about touching, especially when you are just meeting or trying to get her attention. Maybe lightly touch her hand or her upper arm if it is noisy or crowded, and if her body language shows that she doesn't like that, respect that and fall back to just a friendly smile and words. Don't get grabby and don't be crude or rude to where she won't feel safe, and her feeling safe around you is vital. And if her answer is no at any point, take no for an answer and move on to someone else. Like I said earlier, the book offers many alternatives and options that work far better. Number 3, respect for yourself and requiring respect from others. This question of respect isn't a one-way street where you owe everyone else respect, but they can shit on you in return as much as they see fit. No. It applies to people at all levels, including wives and girlfriends, your family, and your close friends. If anyone isn't treating you right, that isn't okay. I'll give you an example of this with a former friend of mine. This happened several years ago before I developed this philosophy. This guy and I used to work together. He wanted to socialize outside of work, and since he was fun and interesting, I went along with it. But over time, he started taking advantage of me. He always expected me to pay when we went out, which was fine because I made a lot more money than he did. But then he tried inviting his other friends with the expectation that I would pick up the bill for everyone every time. Lack of respect, right? Over time, he started in on me with negative comments and tended to tear me down, and I didn't understand why. Eventually, I cut him off entirely, but frankly, I did that too late and let him get away with too much. See, I like to take care of people. It is a huge part of my personality, and I hesitate to let people go, but sometimes you just have to. Now he wants back in, but that door is permanently closed to him. There are a lot more people out there who will treat you better, so don't put up with someone taking advantage of you if they aren't otherwise worth it. Get rid of them. Another example more directly relevant to our topic is wives and girlfriends mistreating their guys. I think we all know at least one person in this category, maybe within your own circle of family or friends. That lack of respect from a woman can take many forms: verbal abuse, being bossy, not respecting you as a man, or belittling you. Wives are harder to just eject than a simple girlfriend, especially if she is living with you. Obviously, this is a huge topic, but do try to talk things through and manage the situation using some of the advice in part 4 of the book. Don't let problems with your woman fester. That is a recipe for long-term misery. Please don't. At the end of the day, your happiness is the most important thing. Don't let people trample on that. If someone refuses to show you proper respect, you might need to talk to them about that, and if they don't improve, consider removing them from your life. You deserve better. All right, that is all I have for you this week. See you next time.